Welcome back. First Bank is passionate about helping people's businesses grow on all fronts. It offers strategic advisory services, business seminars, periodic updates, as well as information that will guide you in growing your business. To tell us more about this aspect of First Bank's business, I'd like to welcome Mr. Tunde Owolabi, who is Group Head, Retail Banking over at First Bank on Lagos Island. Good morning, Mr. Owolabi.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We hear that First Bank kickstarted its SME Engagement Programme in November of last year with the successful SME Connect National Conference. Why did it take First Bank such a long time to get into that space?
Okay, thanks for the question. Like you said, we did the national conference last year. It was something we packaged just to create so much awareness. Sometime in 2010, we changed the business structure of the bank, and we created SBUs along the business lines. And we discovered that the retail business...
You created?
Our businesses along, our structure along the business lines.
Okay.
So we realized that the retail business in Nigeria is so big and enormous, and it's a sector that we need to focus on. And we've really seen that there's so much to be done in that regard. So we have run this business structure for about 3 years now, and we discovered that there's still so much to do. So we came together and then had that structure. It wasn't as if we have not been in the retail space all the while. We have been. As a matter of fact, over 120 years, we've been a very big bank that has catered for different levels of businesses in the country.
To what extent had your support been for small and medium-scale enterprises?
That's what I'm saying. When we focused on it 2010, we now discovered that there's so much to be done. So we created a lot of products and services that are tailored to those level of businesses within the country. For a very long time, any average businessman thinks that he needs to have a collateral to get financing from the bank. But again, we now said, okay, we could create some form of collateral that are not brick and mortar. You pick up a job from an oil major or a manufacturing company, and you're supposed to supply them things over a period of time. If we don't have a payment problem with that company, we could rely on the payment risk that we see, and then give you that financing to enable you do that business while we rely on your domiciliation from that company. So we tried
Mr. Owolabi,
to...
Did you just say that you can give a loan without collateral?
No, I'm saying...
Is that what you said?
Well, I'm saying that the collateral does not have to be brick and mortar. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so it can be other things such as...
I need to have a house, I need to have a CFO, a collateral as simple as a domiciliation. From a company.
Okay, so I'm getting this job from XYZ PLC.
From Chevron.
And the check is going to come to you.
Give me the money to do the job so that the payment comes to the
directly.
account.
Yeah.
You remove that plus the financial cost, and then you give me my profit.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
don't want to be misquoted because I know it happens a lot. So that's the kind of collateral. A lot of people don't know. You'll be surprised. And people still ask me, I don't have a CFO, but I need to do this job, I need to do that job, and all of that. So we created all of those products to suit that purpose, and it's been working very well. In the last 3 years, like I said, we've kind of doubled our activities in the retail space. And we're still moving. So this SME program that we did last year also created so much awareness such that we signed on a couple of companies also as a result of the seminar that we had last November, and we're ongoing. So it's not going to end there. We have also now said, let's take it all over the country. Let it not just be a Lagos affair, so that we can enlighten people more.
We understand that this SME Engagement Programme is going to be like a national thing. Yeah. Tell us about the engagement program itself and how you intend to organize it to cover to make it global.
Okay.
In quotes.
Okay. The SME Engagement Program, which we have tagged the SME Connect, We call it SME Connect. It's a package of initiatives, product, services that will focus on empowering SMEs and entrepreneurs generally. So the value proposition we have there is to build capacity for SMEs to deliver on the business goals that they have. So a lot of times you see small and medium-sized companies talking about, oh, I don't have financing, I don't have this. We have also discovered that there are some people, it's not just about finance. It's just about organizing yourself. It's about knowing how to be efficient in what you do. Sometimes when you save a bit of time in your transaction cycle, you probably save some money, which translates to profitability anyway. So it's going to be a kind of seminar, conferences, industry-specific forums that we're going to have to pull people together and talk to them about how to run their businesses.
How are you going to select the SMEs?
Yeah, I'll come to that.
Okay.
I'll come to that.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to create that forum. We already have some people that will talk to them. And this has been done in conjunction with the Enterprise Development Center of the Pan-Atlantic University. They've looked at people that would talk to these people. What we're trying to do is to have like 200 of them at a time. It's going to happen in Port Harcourt, it's going to happen in Abuja, it's going to happen in Enugu, and some few other cities in this country. So they will sit, they will talk to them, after which they can now approach a bank for financing if they need. Because first of all, we believe that they need to understand whatever businesses that they're doing. So if people take them on, explain to them how to run efficiently their businesses, the kind of business that you have chosen for profitability, then even if financing is now involved, you will be able to manage very well. So like I said, we're going to have like 200 of them at a time in the different cities. And they are going to register for the program. It's going to be on a first come, first served basis. And before we finish, I'm going to give a website that they can actually register on. And beyond these seminars, we've also created a couple of platforms. There's a 3al.com platform that we have, where we expect SMEs to also register free of charge on some of these, so that you can, it's like a marketplace on the web, where sellers meet buyers and all of those kind of things. And we believe that it's something that is working quite well. Okay.
So any SME is free to go to that site, which we shall give us in a moment, and they can register. But you will now sieve through, right, and select the ones you invite to the seminar.
Obviously, I will imagine that we'll have more than 200. So, I mean, that will be a way for us to contact them and try and see whether if you don't attend this, we can schedule you for another.
Okay.
But right now, it's about 200 maximum capacity that we have per session.
Okay. What is this website that they should go to if they're interested?
Okay. Let me... there's a www.firstbanknigeria.com/SME Connect. It's a user-friendly website which you can log into. www.firstbanknigeria, Nigeria written in full.com/SME Connect. SME Connect.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a token registration fee of 2,000 naira per SME.
Okay.
So what is each person expected to take out of this seminar?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it is expected to teach you how to run businesses efficiently and profitably. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have people that will be focusing on certain industry. So if you say to us,
do you have a preferred industry that you're looking at?
Yeah, the website will tell you all of this. It will tell you what sector and what industry you operate in and what you want to register for. So, like I said, there are people who are already pre-qualified to look at, to take these sessions at the various seminars. It's going to be an all-year-round program. As a matter of fact, the first one is kicking off 30th of April. In
first one ever?
In Port Harcourt.
The first one ever?
No, we started the conference in Lagos. But this particular one, we are moving into Port Harcourt.
How long ago?
The one we did
November.
in November, that's what I'm saying. The one we did in November.
So why is it happening around this time? Is there a specific reason why First Bank will think this is actually the time and the season for this kind of thing to be bettered?
Yeah, like I said, we're a dynamic bank. we keep reviewing the market. We keep trying to meet up with what is happening in the market, really. So all of these are coming as a result of our management review of what the marketplace is. Like I said when I started, we have discovered that the retail space is very large. And this is also the bedrock of development in the economy. Even in the rebasing of the economy, we also saw growth in the service sector, growth in the retail space, and all of those things. So it's a space. I mean, it's a space that you cannot ignore. So we keep thinking about what else can we do? How do we make a mark in this? And coupled with our responsibility as First Bank to ensure that we oil the economy also. I mean, we keep doing all of this. So that's why we think these ones that are going to happen this year is almost on like a monthly basis in different locations. So it's not going to be far apart like it is now. We had one in November. We're having another one in April. This is going to be like on a monthly basis, having one program or the other. But when you connect with the website, I mean, people will see information about the program on the website.
I'm sure many people are going to be thinking, this is an innovation coming from First Bank, which is regarded as one of the old generation banks. I want your comment on that.
Well, old generation bank is a perception that we feel
doesn't apply anymore.
We have managed to change over the years. And I tell you, I mean, it's not, I don't want to wish it away because I mean, I also didn't start my career in First Bank. I mean, those days I know I used to look at it that way. But again, people coming from different backgrounds is also to change this perception. And in the last how many years, I've met a lot of customers that will say to me, First Bank has really changed. I mean, it's a different experience altogether. I mean, you can have some complaints here and there. Again, it's a large network. But I tell you, the perception today compared to the perception about 5 years ago, it's a lot different. It can't be the same, and we are moving.
Okay.
We are moving. I mean, these are some of the things that we also think that we should do.
Perception is one thing. What about the reality?
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying, the reality is not as bad as perception. I mean, it's just people still sit back and say, First Bank. But if you come in and have an experience, it's a totally different ballgame.
But those same people will tell you, okay, First Bank, well, I'm sure I'm not going to lose my money in First Bank. They've been there forever. So that is something as well.
It's not just about safety these days. It's not just about safety. I mean, one of the things that we're doing, I mean, this is purely advisory. This is purely advisory. It's not about just taking in your money or when you want to collect it, we give it to you. We are creating value. We're building capacity. We're saying this is the way to go. We're saying look in this direction. You can make money. Yes, we will be there to finance you, but even if you have your money to do your business, why don't you do it this way? It's advisory. I mean, it's not just about the traditional banking. Okay. And we have relationship managers who are also industry specific. They can sit you there and say, this is in the industry you operate in, we can advise you this way, and this is the way to go.
Okay, let me just add that First Bank's SME services cover small and medium-scale manufacturing firms, merchants, that is suppliers and distributors, professional firms, law firms, consulting firms, auditing firms, agriculture, even churches and mosques, as well as NGOs whose annual debit turnover is between 5 million and 500 million. So if you fall in that category, you might be interested in attending these monthly seminars that First Bank is organizing, and you'd be doing well for yourself to go to the website firstbanknigeria.com/SME Connect. That is firstbanknigeria.com/SME Connect. So all we can do now is wish you luck at these your seminars, and we hope that you are able to get as many as 200 SMEs. I'm
sure we will have more than that. I mean, a lot of people are interested in it. We know
subscription will be a lot higher.
Oh yeah, a lot more than 200. The owners will be on us to say, let us see and pick whatever. But again, if we need to expand the scope, I'm sure we will see what we can do. I mean, the success of one will make us sit back and again review how to go about the next. I'm sure we'll have more than 200.
So
I mean, like
so-
I said, the success of one of the programs will
determine
determine
how you
we
move on from
the
there.
next one. I mean, like I
Yes.
said to you, over the last 3 years, we've made tremendous progress in the retail space, and I was very surprised to see that there's so much to still be done. I mean, we are a largely retail bank, and it's going to be good for us to also still project.
Well, we will expect you to come back and let us know how your seminars are going. If people have actually caught on to attending these seminars to see how they can take advantage of the services that First Bank is offering. Thank you very much for coming, Mr. Tunde Owolabi, Group Head, Retail Banking, First Bank, Lagos Island, talking to us there about the First Bank SME activities. Thank you very much, and a happy Easter to you and your family.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back with the next segment. Make sure you're there when we come back.